I'm doing the intro. Oh yeah, the
No, I'm
button.
saying,
Yeah.
once you do the intro and you say Reedie Zee, it starts right now. You want me to take it?
We on. What's up, Commanders Nation? We got a divisional round win against the number 1 seed Detroit Lions. We dominated them pretty much the whole game. It was a fight though. Me and Reedie got a lot to talk about today. We're excited. It's up. Next up, it'll be LA or Philly. We don't know yet, but for now, we basking in this victory and we about to break it down to you. Tap in. One, two, three. Victory is mine. Victory is mine. Victory today is mine. Yes, sir. Let's go, Commanders Nation, man. We are excited. First NFC Championship in what, 30 plus years since 1991?
Absolutely.
Man, it's
33
up.
to be exact, what they saying.
Yes, sir. It's up, man. My man Reedie went off the other day. He let y'all know that we back. He let y'all know that we stood a chance. He let y'all know it was fuck the Lions. And I'm gonna let my man start it off. I mean, he ended the pod the other day excited. I'm gonna let him start it off excited. Go ahead, bro.
Detroit podcaster, Woodward, whatever the fuck you are. We 60 minutes away from the NFC Championship. Y'all think y'all gonna come in here and do this and do that? What you saying today, my boy? What are you saying today, my boy?
Yes, sir.
What did I tell you? Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Got your ass out of there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got him out of there. 45-31. In a game that we saw Mr. Jaden Daniels lead this team once again. He's continuing to shock the world. You know what I mean? As a rookie, he's doing unbelievable things out there. Was able to, you know what I mean? We was able to run the ball. We was able to throw the ball. The defense came out electric. I mean, it was lit all around. I mean, the excitement. Yesterday we went to Looney's Pub in College Park, and we normally don't do the watch bars. We normally don't do that. We kind of superstitious. We like to stay in our basement, stay quiet, and pretty much, you know what I mean, lock in. But yesterday, I'm great. We stepped out and we got to be amongst the atmosphere, the fans. We met a lot of people. People in there knew us. We had shout out to Jared, man. He, you know what I mean, he hung out with us the whole night. You know what I mean? It was just love all around the building. It was exciting for sure. My man Reedie was turned up. He was drunk by the end of the first quarter. We had to bring him back to life. We had to bring him back to life. I'm just talking about, man, it was just lit. We're a little hoarse a little bit, but we bringing y'all what we, you know what I mean, what we had, the excitement and everything above. But let's start out, man. Let's talk about our offense. You know what I mean? Let's see what you've seen out there. Let's talk about Jaden and talk about the running game and talk about the receivers.
I seen poise. I seen confidence. I seen a team that is meant for whatever is meant for us this year. Go in there and say, why not us? I seen a team that didn't have a letdown. How it didn't go great the first series, but we came back out there and we continued to fight. We continued to fight. We didn't stop playing. Everybody contributed. Shout out to Tyler Biadasz on my rewatch. That man's giving his all. Going down, you could tell he's hurt. He's struggling. He's fighting through. Trent Scott coming in for Cosme after the knee injury.
Yes, sir.
Talk about Wiley, how we were so tough on Wiley last year. Talk about this offensive line that got it done. Let's talk about these running backs. B-Rob with the 2 tutties. Austin Eckler out there doing it. What did I say before the game yesterday or Friday? What am I expecting? I'm expecting Eckler and I'm expecting B-Rob to turn up.
Facts.
Nichols even got in the end zone. This running back room that we've been so critical about Everybody's been talking about we can't run the ball, we can't do this, we can't do that without Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels didn't really run the ball too much yesterday. He had a couple runs, but that running back group, grit, toughness, tenacity. Why not
Yes,
us?
sir. Why
If
not
you got
us?
belief, you got it all. That's all you need in this game is belief. You could believe, you could do it, you can do that shit. What's Philippians? I don't want to mess up the scripture, but it's I could do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
All
And they
things.
did that. They believe that.
Yes,
Terry
sir.
McLaurin, 1A, my man. Let's go. Come on, De'Ami Brown out there. I don't know how he came down with that catch. Came down with it.
Hands
Zach
all in his
Ertz,
eye, every man.
looking like the Zach Ertz of old, coming up big with a touchdown. Like, come on, man.
Yes,
Whole
sir.
effort across the board. Everybody pitched in. Everybody pitched in. My man Bates sealed the deal. John Bates. And they talk about how trash he is. Why is he in there? Why is Benson not getting getting this and getting that? Dogs, man. They out there playing. Come on, man. I'm turned up. Let's go. Why
Yes,
not
sir.
us? Why not
Yes,
us?
sir.
Like, I ain't even gonna be on that like Detroit fans and this and say this, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that. But they better come ready to play, whoever it is. The Rams or the Eagles. Can't sleep on us. We not the same team. Like I said, we not one of them. I kept saying it all night last night. We not the same team. I was telling my homeboy came up with us. He's a Ravens fan. I live in Baltimore. Came up with, I told him, I said, this ain't the same team y'all seen in week 5, bro. I'm telling y'all, this ain't the same team. Belief. You got belief, you got everything.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm excited. Never seen nothing like this in all my years since I remember being a fan. I was too young to remember 91. I was what, 6? 91, I was 6. I don't remember that. I don't even remember watching football. I started playing football when I was 8. So, this offense, man, Cliff Kingsbury, Dan Quinn, ice water in their veins, going for it, 4th down, not flinching, not flinching, walking your trap and take over your trap.
Yes,
Fuck
sir.
these, man. Let's go, bro.
Yes, sir. And let me run down the stats. Jaden Daniels, 22 of 31, 299 yards. He averaged 9.6 a pass, 2 touchdowns, a 122.9 QB rating in the divisional round of the playoffs, defeating the number 1 seed, ice in his veins. Brian Robinson, 15 carries for 77 yards, 2 tutties, averaged 5.1. Jaden Daniels was 16 rushes for 51 yards, 3.2. Austin Eckler stepped up big, 6 rushes, 47 yards, 7.8 on the average, and he had a long run of 35 yards. That was a key run later on in the game. De'Ami Brown led the team again, 6 receptions, 98 yards, 16.3 average. His long catch was 42 yards, the one that Reedie just spoke of. The one that had the hands in his eyes, still Jaden Daniels put it right in a bucket. It was crazy. Terry McLaurin, oh my God. We posted on the page. I said, oh my fucking God, Terry. He caught that hitch, split the blockers, and took that shit to the bean. Stiff arm Joseph. I'm talking about like just the extra, the same thing you seen when he caught that pass on the sideline against Dallas. It's just like a whole nother gear kicked in, like the tiger, the dog, just the animal in him just went crazy. He wanted that shit. Terry talked about the game like he was saying he worked on his run after the catch this year. These guys are putting in work. These guys are working hard. The attitude, the mentality is just trickling down from above. Terry's being a true leader of the team. You see him in the middle of the huddle pregame. He talked about, like he said, at the end of the day, all this money we make, all that shit don't mean nothing. Because when it's all gone, only they're going to remember is your legacy. And that was some real shit. Terry is turning into a mini preacher out here. He last week he was talking about fear don't come from God. It comes from the devil. So, you know what I mean? We are God's children. You got to step up and we got to fight. Show these people who we are. Man, Terry is really leading this team. Austin Eckler had 4 catches, 41 yards. Ertz, 5 catches, 28 yards with a tutty. Crowder even had a key first down. I think it was on like a 3rd down. He ended up getting the first down, 2 for 25. And like we said, Bates had 1 for 20 which sealed the game pretty much for us, wide open. You know what I mean? Just overall, like we was very critical last week, of the last few weeks of B Rob. And I want to shout out B Rob. You know, before the game, somebody texted me, one of my old co-workers, he texted me and was like, man, who gonna have the game? Is it gonna be Eckler or is it gonna be B Rob? And I'm gonna be honest, I told him, I said B Rob is definitely due for one. But for real, if I'm betting my money, I put it on Eckler receiving yards rather than, you know what I mean, focusing in on the rushing. I was wrong. B Rob, I'm talking about the gaps. Like we said, you got to shout out the O line first. You got to shout out Cliff for the scheme. You got to shout out Jaden, you know what I mean? Because he continues to be a threat. Like these guys were so locked in and focused on Jaden. The gaps for B Rob was wide open. Cliff running a college style offense, putting the receivers wide out. We had trips far left. We had two left. We had two right. And we coming back with a halfback sweep to the other end of the field, to the wide side. And I mean, we was just eating on them plays all night. You know what I mean? Like we said, Eckler got in there, had the long run. It was a good change of pace. McNichols with the strong on the goal line. You know what I mean? He got stopped, and it seemed like he was about to get stopped. The lineman helped him give him that push, and he gave the extra strength at the end to put the ball over the guy, over the goal line. That was one of the sealers of the sealers of the game towards the end. I mean, like we said, that running back room stepped up big. And you know what I mean? We're gonna get to that defense because the defense, man, oh my God. They stepped up lights out. They stepped up lights out. But overall, man, I definitely want to shout out before we step over there. I want to shout out, like I said, I want to shout out Cliff for dialing it up. I want to shout out Jaden, the running backs. Got to shout out Diami, shout out Terry. And you know what I mean? Even just to get back to Diami real quick, Terry McCorn talked about it last night. De'Ami Brown takes a lot of criticism. He's been here. This is his fourth year. He hasn't really done much up to this point, and even started out struggling this year. We end up asking all year who was the number 2 receiver. Everybody, you know, what I mean, we like it ain't gonna be De'Ami. Is it gonna be De'Ami? It was just so many questions around that. We go sign a receiver. We go get Noah Brown. Noah Brown is in front of De'Ami. You know what I mean? De'Ami stayed down through the trenches. He kept fighting. He kept getting his opportunities, and look what he's doing, stepping up. I'm talking about like the last 2 games, he's leading in the receptions and yardage, and he's fighting. I'm talking about like really mismatches. You put, like Terry said, you put 1-on-1 with him, and you can't go 1-on-1 with De'Ami because he's gonna make things happen. You know what I mean? It's just great to see for De'Ami. This is definitely De'Ami season, and to be able to turn on that extra notch in the playoffs. This team is hungry. This team is trying to really break the mold, and it's electric and it's exciting. And I just can't wait to see what's gonna happen next week, man. I'm just super excited. But let's roll into the defense, my guy.
One, I want to address this comment that's on the screen right now. Wouldn't say lights out, crucial interception, but Gibbs was killing us. Absolutely, but from where we've come, lights out. They didn't give us a chance in hell to come in here and beat this team on the road in a hostile environment against all odds. The number 1 seed versus the number 6 seed in the divisional round of the playoffs. So it is lights out. 5 turnovers. Come on, man. I'll take all that other bullshit that they got. That's a great team over there. We're not going to sit here and act like this team isn't great. What they've accomplished this season, they are like that. I got to call a spade a spade. I ain't never going to be one of them fans that's going super glazing and act like, oh, they trash and ain't this and ain't that. They good. They are great. Ben Johnson was dialing that shit up all year. So it was lights out for us. We don't have the personnel to, if on paper, if we're talking about it, but like I said before, belief is a powerful thing. Terry got these guys over here believing. Bobby Wagner got these guys believing. Zach Ertz got these guys believing. We got pivotal vets across the board that's been in these games, been in playoff games. You got Alec Grady, been in 16 playoff games, won 3 Super Bowls. Zach Ertz won a Super Bowl game winner. Bobby Wagner been in 2 Super Bowls, won 1 Super Bowl. So come on, man. We gotta give it up for this defense. Joe Witt calling the game. Marshawn Lattimore.
1 target.
1 target.
0 yards.
And he showed up in the
0
run game
catches.
several times.
Facts.
Hood nigga Lattimore, that's my man. Let's go.
Facts.
We gotta get that. We gotta give it up. But go ahead, Z, run the show, man. I just had to address that real quick because when I see that come across the screen, I'm like, and no disrespect to you, I appreciate your comment, brother, or whoever you are. If you're a woman or a brother, I don't want to, I don't want to get into that gender shit.
Assume, yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't want to assume. But come on, from what people expected of us, the outside noise. We call a spade. This defense ain't been all that all year. So for us to come in here and do this, that is lights out.
Yeah. And I was gonna just to address that too. When you talk about Gibbs, Gibbs had a wonderful first half. But how much did he get in the second half? You know what I mean? We made adjustments. He wasn't running through those lanes. Guys was staying home. You know what I mean? Excuse me. It was 31-21 at halftime. And I remember in the bar, we was talking about, man, and we haven't even made adjustments yet. Just imagine what's gonna happen when we make adjustments. So we came out second half. I mean, yeah, I think he ended up scoring on like a short yardage run later on, but for the most part, he wasn't getting those chunk yards that he was getting. So adjustments was definitely made, and the guys was definitely doing their job. And one guy in particular I'm gonna speak about is Mr. Mikey Sanderstill. 2 picks, the rookie, ice in his veins. Jaden get a lot of praise for being a rookie that's like doing his thing and overcoming a lot, and ice in his veins, always locked in. Mikey is the Jaden of the defense, pretty much. Mikey doing the damn thing. He had a that post that he jumped Jameson Williams. He's a speedster. Mikey played aggressive. He played confident. They talked about it in the post game. He's one of them guys that he don't make the same mistake. He corrects himself. He stayed locked in. This dude's a dog. And even on top of that, Quan Martin with the interception and taking it to the beam. These guys are fighting. We had Chin get the game sealing interception at the end. Frankie Louvu with he picked up the fumble. Like these guys, we had 5 turnovers overall. Because Mikey had 2, Quan had 1, Chin had 1, and Louvu got the fumble recovery. Like these dudes are fighting. Dorrance Armstrong. We was putting pressure. We talk about Dorrance all the time, where he's that guy that does his job and he's always in the right spot that don't always show up on the stat sheet. Dorrance Armstrong hooped yesterday. Another situation where he was doing his thing. These guys was fighting. Yeah, their offense is top notch. And we gave up some points, but overall, from a big picture scheme of things, nah, this defense stepped up, and you can't take that away from them. So yes, we gonna say electric.
So in my eyes, that's lights out. That's lights out. We don't have the personnel. We don't have the personnel
to get 5 turnovers.
Yeah, I'm just saying for what we have for our defense, that's lights out to me. I take that any day. I will take it any day. You win a turnover margin, you are on your way to victory. Turnover margin, come on, man.
Yeah,
and that's one of the things that Joe Witt said. Joe Witt said, "Oh yeah, ball is life. The ball is life." How many points did we score off of those turnovers? At one point, it was 14 points off of turnovers converted.
21.
You got to think the pick 21. 6. If we really been honest, the pick 6 gave us that, because if we don't get that pick 6, it's a 1 possession game. If everything play out the same way, that was pivotal. So yeah, I'll take that. I'll call that lights out. And I thought Quan Martin was about to get walked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got all the way to the crib. He said, "This is my shit. I do this shit."
Yeah, he definitely said that too.
And it can't be on the copy. Got that.
He definitely said that. And also, what I was about to say, in the beginning, like from the first drive, the defense came out striking. Dante Fowler making plays in the backfield. That was a BS call that they end up scoring on. I think Gibbs scored on that drive where they end up giving them with the face mask. He grabbed a man's shoulder pad. How the hell is that a face mask? We need to be able to challenge shit like that. That could have been a pivotal point in the game that cost us. But we kept fighting. We didn't let that bother us. We kept fighting. But they tried us yesterday. Guys stepped up big. And it's just a beautiful thing to see. You know what I mean? Just being like, you know what I mean, like Reedie said, 1991, I was well, it would have been playoffs would have been December, January back that well, 91 it would have been January back that time. I was about 3, probably not even going on, not even 4 yet. You know what I mean? I don't remember that. The first Super Bowl, like real football game I remember was probably like I remember when the Cowboys played the Steelers. In my
Yeah,
mind, I
I
remember
remember the
that game when the
Cowboys.
Cowboys
Like,
played the Steelers in the Super Bowl, and I think that was Larry Brown, whoever that cornerback, he caught that pick. That's like the first Super Bowl that I remember watching. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
and
My uncle took it. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I low key was glazing the Cowboys. I said this before. I think like my first year watching football, I was low key like thinking I was a Cowboys fan because I ain't know better because that's all I seen. And my cousin had I never rest in peace, my cousin Jason, man. He had a Redskin starter black jank. I was like, well, that jank like that, Slim. And ever since then, when I started watching football, like just literally watching, I didn't have no father figure or nobody in my life to say, oh, come on, be a fan, this and be a fan that. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to make that decision on my own. But ever since then, man, yeah, I ain't never seen it. Never. RG3, we thought that was something. That wasn't nothing. Nothing.
Not compared to this.
Nothing. Man. And then another thing, I want to apologize. You know, really, I get to apologize every few weeks because I keep putting my foot in my mouth. Dan Quinn, I told Z last year, I said, I won't be mad at Dan Quinn. He's the leader of men. He can turn an organization around. Z was like, nah, Reedie, we don't want no retreads. Bobby, we don't want no retreads, man. I want Ben Johnson, man. We need some offense. Gonna take us there. We need to go draft Caleb or we need to go draft Jaden Daniels. You know, Z not really the draft guy. I'm the draft guy. So I'm like, nah, Jaden Daniels, we need Jaden Daniels. Him. We need to go get him. Fuck Caleb. That was my man West. Shout out my man West that was in the building with us last night. That's his man. Caleb was his man. I was like, nah, I want Jaden Daniels. Want Jaden Daniels. But like, he going to the Bears. And I was like, man, when they signed Dan Quinn, I was like, I don't know. I don't necessarily know if I'm sold. But that was the best thing they could have did. That bullshit that Ben Johnson pulled, AP turning that plane around, if that's true, I can't confirm it or not, but that's what they saying. Turn that plane around. That was the best thing for us, man. This man came in here and galvanized this fucking locker room, man.
Yes, sir.
That's big, man.
Yes, sir.
We was 4-13 last year, bro, and we in the NFC Championship game. Come on, man. Mm-hmm. If that ain't coach of the year, if that ain't executive of the year, I don't know what the fuck is. Let's go, man. Rookie of the year. Come on, man. And this the worst we're going to be. The worst we are going to be. Do y'all realize we have $100 million in cap space? We got what, 8-9 draft picks?
Mm-hmm.
And we in the NFC Championship game? Possibly going to win it all?
Yeah.
In year one of a recal, when he said recalibration, everybody was looking around like, what? Recalibration? What? What is he talking about? Because I was one of them. I was sitting there like, all right, bro, he's John glazing. That's what I was saying. But he knew. He knew. Yeah. And evidently that time that he had off to figure out what his next steps was going to be when he got an opportunity again. So we already know if we make it to the show, it's lights out, bro. We going for it all. I'm telling you, why not us? I said this, Bo. I think we was coming down the stretch. We can win it all. Z looked at me like, what? Nah, let's just focus on this week.
That was week to week. You know, I mean, I'm still week to week. Let's focus on the NFC Championship.
We can win it all now that it has come full circle. We in the NFC Championship game. Why not us? Mm-hmm. Come on, man. But I'm done with my rant. And go ahead, Z. I'm my bad. Back to
that's real. That's real. So yeah, just to kind of talk about some things. We secured the 25th postseason victory, joining some of the elite group of the NFL teams with 25 more wins. We have won 2 road playoff games in a single postseason for the first time in franchise history. The 45-point score yesterday, the second most in postseason game in the franchise history. Yardage milestone. We amassed 481 total net yards, marking the second highest total in franchise postseason history. and forcing 5 turnovers in a playoff game is a feat not achieved by a team since 1992. By our team since 1992. Like we just setting all type of records. We breaking, breaking all type of norms, all modes, and we just setting new bars for this franchise, and it's exciting. Josh Harris, last night was in the tunnel just talking about how excited he was. From day one, AP and Dan and DQ had a plan, and it's beautiful to sit there and see their plan manifesting. You got Magic Johnson in it, so like you literally, like I had to sit and think about it as I like you literally leave off the field. You got Magic Johnson standing there as one of your owners. Like this, that championship pedigree is just going to sprinkle and trickle down on your team. You got we got an all-star staff. A lot of these guys on our staff, candidates for head coaches, former head coaches. We got former players. It's just the plan and everything, the excitement around it is just real and it's authentic. Like Dan Quinn, and all that goes to Dan Quinn. Yeah, I was high on Ben Johnson. I'm gonna continue to say it every show. I was high on Ben Johnson. I was mad when they said that plane turned around, but when they said he didn't want to, at first they worded it like it was him, and I'm like, damn, what the hell? But if that rumor true, for him to want Sam Howell over Jaden Daniels, come on. It just shows you where he at. And you sit back and think of, do you think he would have been able to be a leader of men the way DQ is? Would he have been able to put together that staff? Man, I don't know.
Fuck no.
Yeah, I don't know. So I'm like, man,
connections.
Man, and God, let's not forget, God is in the midst. He is in the midst. He's changed some things for this team, and we finally doing things right, and we are reaping from it. And it's beautiful to see. But before we move on, I want to make sure I say, please, right now, while y'all on here, right now we got like 85 people, 84 people on YouTube, and we got like 20 plus over on Instagram. But can y'all just like each, if you're on Instagram, you're on YouTube, just like the post for us, please. Like it and share it with any fellow fans, any football fans, Commander fans, whatever. Just shoot the like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel on YouTube. We trying to run it up. Just about 3-4 days ago, we had like 600 subscribers. Now we on our we close to 900. So shout out to y'all who've been showing us love over this past week. But it's a lot of y'all out there that still haven't tapped in with us. So please make sure you hit that subscribe button and keep stay locked in with us, because we ain't stopping. Through this season, through the off season, it's up. So excuse me. So let's kind of scale back to after the victory. My man Reedie, he in there. He kind of trying to get himself together. He hoarse. He in there yelling. I'm like, chill, Bobby. We got a pod to record. Like, stop yelling.
I'm drinking the water today. Drinking the water. And listen, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it all over again tonight for the Ravens game. I'm gonna support my homeboy, man. Yeah. Hey, why not all DC, Maryland, Virginia Super Bowl, man? Lamar, and one thing I wanted to say that we were supposed to plug. We got an opportunity for it to be an all-black quarterback NFC and AFC championship game. That's big for football. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to turn this into a race thing, but I'm saying that's just big for the game. You know what I'm saying? Overall.
Yeah, they said, looking at the comments, tapping in, they say Reedie gonna cry in the car.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. I had to stop myself last night because I felt it. And I was like, nah, Reedie, it's too soon. But if we win the fucking Super Bowl, I'm going to boo fucking who. I'm not going to hold you. I'm uncontrollably. And my wife and my kids going to be looking at me like, bruh, are you serious? Like, bruh, like, what are you doing? Like, and shout out to my son, King, man. He finally on board. He on board, but he giving respect. He said, yeah, because my son was telling me all, since we trash, he'd never be a fan, this, that, and that. I'm trying to convert him. My house divided, half Ravens, half, me and my daughter, she a Commanders fan. My daughters, they go to LSU. So when my twin daughters, Kirsten and Chloe, they go to LSU. So I texted them last night. I said, I'm sending them JD5 jerseys over SAP. Go ahead, put them on with them around campus. I said, we out here. But yeah, but definitely, man. It's just a great feeling, bruh. Like we just got to bask in this feeling right now, man. We ain't never felt this before. Some of us, y'all older gentlemen or ladies that's on the pod, y'all may have, but for my generation and the younger generation, man, it was awesome. And like Z said before, man, it was just electric in Looney's last night, man. I'm glad we chose to go there because we was going back and forth. We was going to go to MGM if we was going to go to Looney's. It was like MGM's probably going to be extra crowded, but it was packed in Looney's. Yeah. Packed. Had a great time, bro.
Great time.
But yeah, man.
Tapping into the comments. Mel said JD5 low-key is an MVP finalist in his eyes. And I think so too. Why not? I think he should be definitely amongst the list. Like, really, I mean, I don't think the MVP is typically always awarded properly. Like, who is the real most valuable to their team? You know what I mean? I mean, yeah, Lamar definitely is up there. He should definitely be in the mix. You know what I mean? Josh Allen as well. But JD5 should definitely be in the mix. Without JD5, this is a total different team. JD5 makes everybody in that building better. He make the coaches coach better. He make the line block better. He makes the receivers run harder because he makes the defense play better. Like, because they believe, they know if they get this man the ball back, what are we gonna go do? We punted the ball one time yesterday and we had a missed field goal. But outside of that, like, we was running the table like we did in Tampa on the fourth downs. Like, just fearless, electric. So yeah, Jaden should definitely be in the mix. Everybody saying, "Oh yeah, last night Mel was saying no, yeah." I told Mel, and I'm like, Mel, hey, Mel, I might need to holler at yourself for some little something on the gym. He say, shit, I'm looking for Noah. I ain't worried about next week. He already looking at his tickets just in case. That's where it's at. Like, that's the mindset. Like, it's just exciting to see, and it's just another thing. I'm starting to see a lot of more former fans, in the closet fans. Oh yeah, I'm originally from Washington, but when I was a kid, I became a 49ers fan. But man, I really be rooting for y'all. Seeing a lot of that too. And I ain't even gonna call nobody out. I'm just let it be because what I mean, the home team is definitely rocking, but we definitely see you. And the haters, we see you too. We not really addressing y'all or even paying no attention, what I mean, really paying full tapped into y'all. But like literally, me and Reedie got a text this morning saying like pretty much, man, it's crazy man, I went to sleep excuse me, I went to sleep pissed. Woke up this morning still pissed, like F y'all, what I mean? I hope y'all lose next round. Like damn, like can we enjoy it? Like, bro, like
stop what you doing, bro. Like,
yeah, like
I ain't gonna dime you out on here, call you out. But bro, like you gotta chill, bro. Like we not worrying about y'all. Like y'all want to be in the conversation so bad, bro. But y'all not. Just chill, just stay in the cut. Like, come on, bro. Like, yeah, they trying to we focus, bro. They trying to get us. Don't let them get us unfocused, man. I'm speaking on them Cowboy fans, man. Like, don't even entertain that shit. Let them talk their shit on. They praying on our downfall. Let them pray. Let them pray. Keep doing what we doing, man. We gotta stay focused, man. We on a big end, but they ain't not even. Why we think? Why would we think about them? Fuck them. I see in the comments we want that. Why the fuck do we want Dallas? They ain't not in nothing. They on the couch. Their players is glazing the shit out of our team. Low key want to come play here. If I'm being real, number 11 is who I'm speaking of. So I can see him coming on over at some point. If I don't know if Jerry gonna let that happen, but I can see coming on over.
The way he glazes, Jaden, like he's a Cowboy. He's the best player on the Cowboys team, arguably the best player on the Cowboys team, and he's a pass rusher. And you got your rival quarterback jersey behind you when you on your podcast every day. Like, that's just crazy to me. That's like this generation different for real. It's real. But Yeah, I mean, we'll love to have him when that time comes, for sure.
Yeah, we one win away from the Super Bowl, man. That thing gonna go crazy if we get there, bro. I'm telling you, it's gonna go crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. It depends on where it's at, but I think I'm gonna pull the trigger on these NFC Championship game tickets. I got to be in the building for this one.
Mm-hmm.
I can't miss this one. Because if it go how I think it's gonna go, I ain't gonna say it though. But if it go how I think I'm going, I'm gonna be in there. I'm going to be in there, like
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yep. But yeah, man, it's just up for us, man. I can't. It's hard. I mean, we still, even though we gather the words and I mean, be able to get on here and regurgitate it to y'all. Sometimes it just leave us speechless. We be looking at each other like, bro, like man, what I mean. Last night, really like, see, like, man, we here, we back. You know what I mean? We back, and it's just leave you speechless, man. This dude, this team is just top notch.
Man, we can't even.
Sure.
I ain't gonna hold y'all. We can't. I know it's JD5, but we can't even say last night it was just JD5.
Yeah, last time was a
It was
full team
everybody,
effort.
bro. It was special teams, man. Like, go back and look at the tape. Special teams coming and the first kickoff went out of bounds. Okay, cool. But with the plan that they had was to keep it short so they could keep them from being at the 30. That's great strategy. This special team coach is dialing it up. Dudes coming down there smacking these returners. They not getting nowhere all season long. This special teams has been gotta be one of the top units in the league. I mean, yeah, Turpin took it back on us, but that was some fluke shit for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? We was in position. This special teams, man, is special. And one of these games is gonna come down to the special teams, man. They've been making plays out there. I seen your man Yankoff came off the IR, was in a few plays last night. Costin Yankoff, the tight end. I'm like, damn, where Slim come from? They in the locker room talking about they got their buffs on. They say, ain't we in Detroit? We got them Cotties on.
Got them
Cotties on. Shit, I'm about to go put mine on. I might wear mine tonight. Be out here.
I'm about to get my lookalikes.
Go ahead.
Hey,
DH Gate
all summer now to the Forever 21.
Middle of the mall joints.
The
middle of the mall
blends.
Go ahead.
All summer I was wearing my Fashion Nova Cotties. Everybody like, see, take them shits off. Like, why you keep wearing them shits?
I mean, he wore them shits to training camp. I was looking at this dude like, come on, take it off. He was like, I'm out here. I was like, shit.
I'm out here.
Hey, Unc, I know you got something to cut, Unc. Man, let me hold a pair of Cotties.
Yeah, I might need to buy. I might need to buy them.
Unc got some.
I know Sean Twan got some somewhere too.
Getting too much money. Man, shout out my man Twan, man. I was saying, man, free my man Twan, man. Welcome home, man. Damn, man. They told me my man was down, man. I said, man, I heard my man was back last night. I said, welcome home, man. I said, shit, I had to go get me a free Twan t-shirt out here, champ. Not my man. My man been solid since he came home, man. I stay out here, champ.
My man, stay down. But
bro.
Quick question though. For Sam Cosmi, you know what I mean? He ended up having an injury. Look like he's definitely gonna be out. Are you confident in Trent moving forward?
I mean, he did a good job last night, and he was even calling us. He still was calling the signals. It didn't go to nobody else. Trent Scott has been a guy. Lucas, these role players have been a guy. Guys that have come in and given us stuff in stretches. So I think, with a full week of practice and preparation and stuff like that, I think he can do a solid job. I mean, it's going to be tough whoever we play next week with the defensive lines that they have. But I mean, you can scheme ways to get guys, to keep guys clean, and with JD5, his ability to get rid of the ball and to move around in the pocket, we can do some waggles, we can do different things to kind of affect that pass rush. I think we'll be okay. But the key to our offensive line is that boy Tyler Biadasz, boy, that boy is a
God,
dog, man. I when he came over from Dallas, I was like, I knew he was cool, but like he is really the heartbeat of that offensive line. And shout out to the rookie, man, out there on the island doing it by himself. We wasn't sold when we drafted that guy. We was not
Brandon
sold when we
Coleman.
drafted him. Brandon Coleman, we was not sold. We was like, I don't know, man. We might need to get somebody in free agency, bring somebody else in. I don't know if he could do it. He might be a right spot. He probably could fit
Like
Ronnie's
early
spot.
on. My
Yeah,
bad. Remember early on in camp, they kept like rotating, and he wasn't really like, why the hell is he not like taking over the position? And then he ended up being hurt. Like, oh my god! I mean, it was definitely was no disrespect to Lucas or anything, because we're pretty confident in Lucas. He's a swing tackle. I mean, a veteran guy that always does his thing. So shout out to Lucas. Love Cornelius Lucas, but it was just like, man, what's going? We drafted this guy. He not gonna start. And oh man, he injured, and then boom, come week one, he was out there. He been hooping.
yeah,
He's gotten better and better as the season gone along, just like a lot of the rest of these guys.
correct. But to address this comment right here, who we got tonight, um, to me wise, I feel like we match up better with the Rams. But the selfish person in me and trying to get to the NFC Championship says we want the Eagles. But far as matchup purposes, I would take the Rams for us to punch our ticket to the Super Bowl. But not saying I'm scared of the Eagles, because I'm not, but I'm just saying like we match up better with the Rams than we do with the Eagles. And this time of year is about matchups. It's the luck of the draw, like like pulling straws. You know what I'm saying? Like Philly, let's not get it twisted. Like they have the number one running game in the league. Saquon Barkley, 2,000 yards rushing. Over 2,000 yards rushing. Great offensive line. Two of the best receivers in the league. A great tight end, a running quarterback. Another team that's going to go for it on fourth down. So then you got the Rams. I mean, prolific offense. Great receivers over there. A nice back. Well, he's more than a nice back. He's a good back. And then the weapons that they had, Jared Verse, which is going to be the defensive rookie of the year over there, rushing the passer, with a lot of speed coming off the edge. I mean, either way, it is what it is. But if it was me, I would rather take the Rams. But the selfish person in me wants to go to Philadelphia and walk in their trap and turn that up.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I would love to play the Eagles, beat the Eagles, because the my wife, the person I sleep beside every night, is the Eagles fan, and she is quiet as church mice right now. Quiet. She upstairs. She getting ready for a game. She telling me make sure I'm ready. Make sure we get this pod over soon enough so she can come downstairs and isolate herself to watch the game. Now she like to be isolated.
Now she
You know
want
what I
to be
mean?
isolated.
She want to be down there. She want to be down there
She
sweating.
wanted to be in the mix a few weeks ago. Yeah, miss me
Back.
with.
Yeah, she want to be isolated. So
That's that fear. What Terry said, man, that fear, that ain't God. You're a little nervous. You nervous, but they say you better go to service.
Yeah, scared go to church. Nervous go to the service. Shout out my man Rue. He used to always say that. But you know what I mean? So I would love for it to be the Eagles and beat the Eagles. But if it's the Rams, then whoever it is, for real, I think we're gonna come out at this point. I think we're gonna come out ready and fire. You know what I mean? We are too close. Too close. I think we're gonna handle business. But like Reedie said, matchup wise, the matchups may favor the Rams, but personal reasons, I want it to be the Eagles, and it's right up the road. So what I mean, if we are able to scuff up enough pennies to get to this game, you can drive up there on a tank of gas, and you ain't gotta worry about no flight. So that's where I'm at with it. But yeah, man, and just the opportunity, what I mean, to play them, put the game before the Super Bowl, like that don't come around often. What I mean, divisional rivals, everything that's on the line. I'm sure that's gonna be a late game, or however they gonna dial it up. We'll see. But that's the matchup I really want in my heart. But either way, I'm cool, and I think that what I mean, we got a chance to really, shock the world again.
Yeah, man. Also, again, man, if y'all haven't done so, man, sub us up, man. Like, share, subscribe. Follow us at all social media platforms. I would say TikTok, but they out of there. So, Instagram, Facebook, Threads at Reedie Zee. If we're doing a good job and y'all like the content that we bringing you guys on the Instagram page, the Facebook page, man, feel free to give us a like, a share and a subscribe. Also help us grow the channel. In our bio, you also see our Cash App link to help us, because this, to bring content that we bring, it definitely costs to bring that. But we love that team. But if you feel kindness in your heart and you want to give a donation of any kind, we'll take any donations. Feel free to Cash App us at Reedie Zee. Yeah, man, it's just up, man. What any more questions from Instagram, you guys see?
Nah, no more questions on the end, just comments. Just people excited. Rabo said we was nervous.
Shout out my man Rabo. I'm in there with you tonight, bro. We in there tonight, bro.
Y'all got tonight.
Shit. Y'all got one job, man. Get them out of there.
We y'all at tonight.
Man, shout out to my neighbor Keith too, man. He going up to Buffalo, man. I was coming out going to the game, man. He went to University of Maryland, man. Good guy, my neighbor, man. He said, man, yeah, man, Reese, man, in the morning we getting up, man. We going on the get on the plane, going to Buffalo. I was like, man, yeah, that's love, man. I was telling Z, I said, man, like these fans, man, they find a way to get to these games, man. You find a way that you gotta be in the building, man. You gotta love it, man. This time of year, man, is the best time of year, man. I'm just glad that we here this year, man. Enjoy this. Everybody on the pod, enjoy this, man. Like this is gonna be a memory that we have for the rest of our lives, man. And hopefully we can cap it off with a Super Bowl victory down in New Orleans. I turned 40 this year. I told my wife that's all I want is a Super Bowl win for my birthday. Turn me up. That's all I want. 40 years old, that's my wish. Happy birthday to Reedie. My birthday, February 12th. The Super Bowl is February 9th. Z birthday, February 8th. So that's all we want for our birthdays. I think Z turned, what you turning, 39 this year? 38? 38 this year. Yeah, I'm turning 40. Yeah. So, that's it. That's what we need, bro.
But yeah, man. Like, share, subscribe at Reedie Zee on all platforms.
Appreciate all y'all tapping in.
No question. Shout out to our sponsors, the Pie Guy. Best sweet potato pie I've had in my life. And don't tell my grandmother, but better than grandma's. I call them the Pie Goat. So definitely check bro out at the Pie Guy, GYE on Instagram. Very reasonable price. And I'm telling you, he make the minis with the graham cracker crust. He make the regulars. He got it all. Tap in with bro. He definitely doing this thing. And them drinks are amazing. Shout out KB3 Events. Shout out Saray's Catering, best fried chicken on the planet. And also, of course, yours truly, Great Clothing Line. We are powered by Great Clothing Line. As you see our logos, everything, Great Clothing Line. Tap in with us. We are at GRA Clothing Line on all platforms as well. Our website is greatclothingline.com. We actually I never changed the sale. We actually got some $25 items still on the site. If you find your size, you might get lucky. Find some pieces on there. And also we got some new drops coming we getting ready for the spring. But overall, just stay tapped in with us. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Till next time.